Welcome to Unstoppable You Now, where we uncover the hidden strengths lying dormant within the most unexpected and humble creatures. Deep within this ancient and vibrant forest, life flourished in harmony. Yet underneath the canopy, silent judgments were constantly passed. Among the swift and the soaring lived a quiet turtle, moving slowly across the forest floor, carrying a heavy burden. The leopard, proud of his lightning speed, often paused only to mock the turtle for his inability to run fast. He laughed loudly at the turtle, pointing out how useless those short legs were in a world that valued speed. High above, the eagle joined in the mockery, screeching that the heavy shell was nothing more than a useless rock. The turtle remained silent, accepting their harsh words as truth, believing that his slowness was a curse he must bear. He gazed into a puddle, seeing only a clumsy creature weighed down by a destiny he did not choose to have. Seasons changed, and the vibrant blue sky was eventually swallowed by ominous dark clouds that promised a disaster was coming. The wind began to howl through the trees, bending the mighty trunks and stripping the leaves in a violent display. Then the rain came, not as a gentle shower, but as a relentless deluge that seemed to never end. The river banks could not hold the fury of the water, and a flash flood began to swallow the land. The leopard ran with all his might, but the slippery mud betrayed his speed, leaving him scrambling in panic. The rushing current was merciless, sweeping away massive logs and rocks as if they were mere twigs in the wind. Even the mighty eagle found no safety in the sky, as the heavy rain and fierce winds grounded his flight. Smaller creatures clung desperately to anything they could find, their eyes wide with the terror of the rising dark waters. The turtle felt the cold water rising, and for a moment, the old fear of being weak paralyzed him. But then he noticed something remarkable. While others were swept away, his heavy body kept him grounded and stable. A spark of realization lit up his eyes as he understood that his burden was actually his greatest protection. He took a deep breath, casting aside the years of shame, and decided to embrace the strength of his shell. He told himself that true power does not lie in speed, but in the unshakable stability of one's will. Plunging into the deep water, he did not fight the current with speed, but navigated it with calm precision. His massive shell became a floating sanctuary, a sturdy island amidst the chaotic waves that threatened to drown everyone. He steered himself towards the smaller animals who were losing their grip, offering them a lifeline in the disaster. One by one, the frightened creatures scrambled onto his back, finding safety on the very shell they once mocked. Nearby, the leopard was flailing helplessly, his energy drained by the relentless water, his pride washed away by fear. The eagle, too, was humbled, clinging to a branch with wet wings that could no longer lift him high. The turtle moved with an inner strength that no one had ever seen, carrying his passengers through the dangerous waters. He used his weight to withstand the crashing debris, turning his heavy armor into a shield for the vulnerable. With extraordinary endurance, he pushed forward against the flood, aiming for the high ground that promised safety for all. Finally reaching the shore, he allowed the exhausted animals to disembark, having delivered them from the jaws of death. He rested on the bank, breathing deeply, knowing he had turned his greatest perceived weakness into his greatest victory. As quickly as it had begun, the storm faded, and the dark clouds parted to reveal the calming sun. The waters receded, leaving behind a changed landscape and a newfound silence that hung heavy in the air. The leopard and the eagle, having barely survived, approached the turtle with a demeanor completely stripped of their former pride. They looked at him with new eyes, realizing that true strength is not always about being the fastest or highest. The eagle bowed his head, understanding that the heavy shell he mocked was the only thing that saved them. The turtle simply nodded, harboring no resentment, for he knew that everyone has their own time to truly shine. They realized the turtle was never weak, He was simply waiting for the right moment to unleash his power. Do not let the judgments of others or your outward appearance deceive you into thinking you are not enough. Extraordinary power often hides beneath a humble exterior, waiting for the perfect storm to reveal its true potential. When you believe in yourself, the heavy burdens of today can transform into the powerful weapons of tomorrow. The forest returned to life, but the lesson of the stone turtle remained etched in the hearts of all. He continued his slow journey, no longer a victim of his nature, but a master of his own unique destiny. Those who once mocked him now watched with admiration, knowing that speed means nothing without the will to endure. Your perceived flaws are often your greatest assets, designed to help you navigate storms that others cannot survive. Embrace who you are, for in the grand design of life, there is a purpose for every single trait. Let the story of the turtle remind you that resilience is quiet, steady, and far more powerful than fleeting speed. Never underestimate the power of a steady heart and a strong will to keep moving forward against all odds. You have the power to turn your heaviest challenges into the very things that save you and others. If this story inspired you, please like and subscribe to our channel for more tales of resilience and strength. Thank you for watching Unstoppable You. Now, believe in your hidden power, for your greatest burden is often your greatest gift.